Throughout Blox Fruits' 4-year history, there's been many historical moments, like the invention of glitches and generally insane events, which we're gonna go over. But let's start off with the earliest notable moment, the no-clip glitch. In the game's release, there was an ability called Flash Step. Players already found a way to no-clip by moving their camera and pressing R to flash. Like this guy who uses the glitch in a room he doesn't even have access to. It's so basic, but it plays a huge part in the more modern glitches later on. But glitches weren't the only thing keeping the game afloat. The initial versions also had a hidden code, FUD10. The community always wanted codes, so this first one should be good. Oh, never mind. The devs trolled everyone, making all that hype for nothing. Moving on from that troll of a moment. A month later in July 2019, a player by the name of Beckboy found the greatest glitch of the era. By pressing C with the chop fruit and switching to a sword, you'll become the Flash. Like, who needs fly hacks when you have this? Anyone abusing this in public would be an outcast to the community, so let's be grateful that it no longer works. But coincidentally, a similar bug was discovered in the same month. By using the old gun bazooka, switching to ice fruit and running on water, you'll go even faster than the last glitch. We're now in Christmas 2019, where the greatest moment took place. From June all the way to now, the game was actually called Blox Peace, but on that very day, it was changed to Blox Fruits, marking the start of a new era. Players were brutally bullying the name, but joke's on them. Just as they made the switch, the game completely took off in popularity, which means more room for even greater moments, like in early 2020, where a Buddha glitch was found that permeated the game for years. By transforming with Buddha, holding A or D, and switching to a fighting style, you'll be zooming like a rocket-powered cheetah. There's been many ways to do this glitch since 2020, but they keep getting patched. The next moment is one out of the ordinary. In July 2020, an update was posted in the Blox Fruits Discord. It seems normal until you come across this, a weird string of Morse code. Players thought it was a clue to get valuables like the white Yoru. By translating this code, you get a now deleted pastebin. It's kind of a mystery to what it meant, but Vis Witness claims it's another prank by the devs. With the addition of an entire new world, the community only got stronger. Check out this guy using the flash step no clip from before to glitch into the raid box without doing a raid. And what kind of new world comes without a new game mode like chess? And like a true and authentic grandmaster, this guy managed to abuse the faulty chess system to win every game. I mean, last time I checked, I don't think queens can jump over pieces. And check out this guy who used a game-breaking glitch to crash a server. By using control area, holding gamma rush, and switching your fruit, those 2020 servers don't stand a chance. It's Christmas 2020 and a new best fruit was added, the dragon fruit. But for once, I want to create my own greatest moment. So every time I say dragon, I'll give a dragon fruit to someone in the comments. And to make it more interesting, I got Dragon City to sponsor this video. It's a free-to-play game available on all devices. A game that is about building an empire for the dragon inhabitants, which you get from hatching eggs. There's thousands of types with different elements, and you can breed 2 dragons to create new variants, which you can hatch, feed, and evolve. They're even cool enough to add special YouTuber dragons, like Mr. Beast, Dream, and George Not Found, which makes me wonder what a dragon of me would look like. You can train your dragons to make them cracked, and enlist them into battle. You can even team up with other dragon masters for exclusive events to earn that bag. If you're bored of Blox Fruits not updating, this game has weekly mini games to win prizes, and maybe another dragon if you're lucky. This game was my all-time favorite back then, and it might be yours too. If you download Dragon City right now with the link below, or scan this QR code, you'll get 15k food, 30k gold, and this rare scout dragon. I wouldn't miss it. Now, if you can excuse me, I have a 26,000 Robux debt to get out of. We're now in 2021, and players are getting more meta, like this guy who managed to combine both dragon and Buddha fruit. Like, what? Which shouldn't even be possible. But I guess the game was exploitable in a different way back then. This would be marked as one of the best defense combos, because imagine having both Buddha and dragon's buffs at once. It's also around this time where the admins use your status to do a little bit of tomfoolery, like this clip of an admin completely trolling an entire server, like spawning in this dragon with a strange ability, making it rain devil fruits, summoning deadly bosses out of nowhere, and changing the entire map to Brazil, most normal server with admins. Speaking of Brazil, one of the luckiest events took place not long before the incident. This Brazil cube can be spawned by an admin, and by simply touching it, you receive a free dark blade, one of the best Blox Fruits weapons. You may think there's no chance that'll happen, but the YouTuber official newbie managed to snag the loot a mere moment before everyone else could, then shows it off like a boss. In the exact same month, we have another admin exposing secret powers, like the triple dark blade's abilities, an even bigger version of the Buddha's transformation, and a secret admin world that is full of these weird platforms. And after all that, the player gets booted out the game. All of these weird features make me wonder what else is hidden from the public. Well, conveniently, a month later, we have even more rare footage of an admin exposing another secret world. They even showed this insane ability I didn't know existed, the ground tsunami generator. And you can't have another showcase without something going wrong. Well, there goes the entire map, leaving a bunch of NPCs floating. And they even showed an insane meteor-like ability that not many had access to. With an ever-expanding player base, we're bound to have players doing outrageous things, like this guy who gave up his entire sanity insanity to roll 200 fruits. For context, you need to wait 2 whole hours to roll a fruit. By doing the math, you need 400 hours to do what this guy did, except he used an effective farming method. By leveling up alts, you can roll multiple fruits every 2 hours instead of 1. By repeatedly making alts, yeah, it's way faster, but even then, it takes a lot of hard work. And on top of all of that, he gave away all the fruits to strangers, making for one of the greatest giveaways in history. It's so awesome seeing players sacrifice time for the community, but that is far from the last of this guy. Moving on to September 2021, we have another new world. One of the coolest moments is when players found a way to access the world without having a high enough level. By simply traveling to this location, cyberbullying the boss and rejoining, you will trick the game into letting you in without the required level. It no longer works, but it's definitely one of the greatest bugs. Staying on the topic of the new world, every new location there was normal, except this one in particular. During the dawn of 2022, players discovered a quest here that gives you 600 million XP instead of the usual 60. Imagine the amount of people abusing this to get max level, and if you were one of those, I don't blame you, but it was patched for obvious reasons. All the moments I mentioned had a reasonable explanation behind them, except this next one in particular. This guy was just chilling with his friend until this happened. Like, what? Buddhas are meant to be this big, so I have no idea how this was possible. Unless this guy's an admin, which we both know is false. This could have been a game issue or flat out hacks. But what's weird is that even the player himself can't explain this phenomenon. Remember back in 2021, when I said the Triple Dark Blade was an admin only sword? Well, I was kinda wrong. In July of last year, this player somehow got it. But the question is, how? While he was streaming, the admins gave him a mission to find every single fruit in 45 minutes. For context, they randomly spawn on the map. After a bit of scavenging, the quest was finished, and at the end, he was given the sacred item. Some get mythical items fair and square, and others not so much. In the same month, players found a glitch where you can get any item for free. By resetting right before you buy the item, you will magically have it after respawning. The only catch is, you still need enough money to buy the item, although it's a good way to reserve your cash. This didn't just work with items, it also worked with fighting styles. Although it's patched, it's still a pretty notable moment. But what's not patched is a famous glitch found in October. By shifting with Buddha, unshifting, and equipping any weapon, you'll have more range while having a smaller hitbox. It's around this time where the first ever crew hit 1 billion bounty. Basically, you get bounty from killing players, and by creating a clan, you combine your bounty with friends. The only problem is, a crew can only have 30 players, and the max bounty is 30 million. So how is 1 billion achievable? Well, the crew is full of staff members, the same people who made it rain fruits. I'm pretty sure they broke the clan limit, putting my clan to shame. Yeah, let's not look at that. Remember when I showed you this guy? The Chad who would stop at nothing, just so we can grind fruits. Well, fast forward to November. He spent 1 week straight rolling fruits on alts. Like, look at this picture, you can literally smell the grind. In total, he rolled 300 fruits, which is bonkers. And here's what he got from it. The scary thing is, if Roblox went down for even a second, all of this work would be pointless. Now we're in the current year, and around this time, players were making theories on how to get Race V4, which has gone on for months, a set of undescribably strong abilities that everybody wanted. And eventually on January 6th, Race V4 was fully released, bringing the game to almost 1 million concurrents. With these fresh new abilities, discoveries were bound to be made. By flying with Angel V4, then using the Dough Fruits roller move, you got yourself a flying donut. Players also found a way to pass the speed of light. Combine Mink V4 and Leopard Fruit, and there you go. And I have no idea how, but players found a way to turn invisible with Human V4. Looks like 2023 is off to a great start, right? Yup. That's right. Despite its success, the game was a victim to hackers. The map was completely demolished, strange things were popping up, and the hackers even put jump scares in the game. This was one of the craziest events in all of Roblox.
I think it might be pretty bad.
What does that even mean?
Blox Fruits had quite the problems. This situation is very strange.
Not the greatest moment, but it definitely deserves a mention. We're almost in the present day where history is constantly being made. Like this guy speedrunning max level in less than a day, admins hosting insane giveaways, and possibly the most revolutionary update being leaked, which makes me wonder what the future holds for Blox Fruits. The final greatest moment is only possible with your help. At 500,000 subs, I'm giving away 50k Robux in my Discord. Go join. Also, don't forget to check out Dragon City with the link below. You get these perks and it's completely free. But for now, that's a wrap.